Hello everyone, welcome back. NicknLex here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Music with Nick. Today we got a marathon lined up by GREYBEARD, and as you know, GREYBEARD was here for a couple of days, and we had a lot of fun making videos together and just checking out Denver and all that good stuff. So thanks again so much, for flying down here and spending some time with us. It was really awesome. And he did put in another request, GREYBEARD. So thank you so much, Eric, for this request. This is going to be interesting because this is part James Gang and Joe Walsh, and what a player, I mean, we know all about Joe Walsh. But here's the list. But again, thanks so much for making the marathon happen, for sponsoring the video. I do appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy. All right, here we go. So the first one we're going to do is from Rides Again. We're going to do two songs. This is from 1970, and we're going to do James Gang, Tend My Garden. And that's funny because we were just talking about cutting, mowing the lawn the other day. Garden Gate. Again, garden. It's a garden theme here, I guess. So from James Gang. And then we're going to do from So What? Joe Walsh, County Fair. This is from 1974. And man, Joe Walsh, that cover is so cool. I saw this documentary on the Eagles when Hell Freezes Over. And when he joined the Eagles, man, the band just became so much better. And then we're going to do Joe Walsh. But seriously, folks, 1978, another picture. He's just a madman. Life's been good. All right, I hope it has been the entire time. All right, here we go. I'll be with you in a sec. All right, and we're back, and we're gonna get into it. What I did today, I'm gonna try out something. Usually, I just let Spotify, pick the. I pretty much have the equalizer flat. Today, I'm trying out something different. I put it on rock, and I can change it pretty much at a click of a button, like jazz or classical or, whatever. I put it on the rock setting. So far, all these 2 years we've been doing videos, Alexa and I, we've always used just flat because it depends on when you listen to it, the equalization that you have might be too much or it might be too low. So we just leave it flat, and then we kind of like you guys, your equalizers, if you put it through your stereo, it's not too up or too down, so but today I'm just gonna try, for the sake of trying, to hear how it sounds like with the rock setting on. Let me know what you think. Okay, so here we go. And since this is a heavy rock marathon, so I just thought, hey, let's try it out. Okay, so here we go with James Gang, Tend My Garden. Here we go. Very nice, very quiet intro. I can't even whisper. I love it. man, this reminds me a little bit of Boston. Bam 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 dun, dun, and then you hear the, you know, like, please tell me if it reminded me of you a little bit of Boston. Great stuff. I just love the entire intro, the keyboard, the distortion, really cool. Reminds me more than a feeling, something like that, right? That doom doom bum 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 bum. But it does sound a little bit different. It just has the same vibe. I'm loving it. So good, so good. Is a little bit louder with this setting. I like it. I do have to say, with this setting, the bass is more present in my headphones, but I don't know. It could be like the placebo effect that I turned it on. I don't know, but man, in great Alexia fashion, you know, the guitar down here, love it. Love the whole song. Let me go back because I kind of destroyed the bass here. Let's go back.
Flowers, she's sitting for
All right, so I usually don't do that, but it did mess up the video. I don't know what happened, but the song, there's a 1 minute 42-second song that basically bleeds into this into the ending, and some others, I don't know. I only had selected that song and not the whole marathon, so it could screw it up. So let's play that ending again, of 10 My Garden into Garden Gate, and then we're gonna start with Joe Walsh, Country Fair. Okay, so let's just look for that spot. Let's just enjoy the ending. And I love the ending because what happened at the ending basically was that that they were giving more space for the drums to really like shine, you know, when they played that din 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 din. So I'm gonna just play the whole thing again so you guys can enjoy the ending pretty much one more time, okay? Because I did mess it up. All right, so let's go. Now the drummer comes in. That's what I wanted.
I'm sitting in the middle of a story. Would you like to read my line? Sipping on the morning glory. Would you like to taste my wine? Don't forget to tell the sun about sleeping through the day. See him when the morning comes. Everything's okay. The captain's in the chart room, navigating on a star. You can't know where we're going, cause you don't know where we are. Don't you think I don't know how to tell the time? Can't you see that you can't tell me something that is mine? You just sit there talking, I'm sure there's nothing said. Your book is lying open and I don't think much is read. A dog is outside barking, something he can't see. The garden gate is closing.
Yeah, man. Turn that thing up to 11. All right, so this was James Gang. Oh my God, I just love a good voice and some acoustic guitar. Can't go wrong with that, you know, whatever the lyrics are. So okay, so I'm gonna do a fast break and I'll be right back. All right, and we're back, and let's continue with County Fair by Joe Walsh. Here we go.
tried a few pieces and hoped that they fit, but they're going together so slowly. It may take me forever to know if it's only a puzzle.
My God. This is so good. Wow, man. Wow, this is one of the best pieces of music I've heard in a couple of weeks. This is amazing. I mean, just, I don't know what kind of drugs they were taking. This is beautifully just produced, the production and the studio. Man, and I'm looking at the musicians here. I mean, we got Joe Walsh on the synth, bass, guitar, piano, vocals. We got Dan Fogelberg. I just did some stuff of his on the guitar as well. Glenn Frey on the vocals and background vocals. We got the entire Eagles here. Don Henley on background vocals as well. But I do want to give a shout out here to Ron Grinnell on drums and Russ Kunkel on drums. Holy moly, man, because the drums here, it's like a little masterclass. I'm not a drummer, but this is an album to listen to if you're a drummer. I mean, the guitar work is prestige, but the drumming here is just what gets me. And I'm sure Greybeard, he's a drummer, so he knows, he knows his stuff. So he was like, I'm going to give him a little taste. So yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Eric. So let's go back a little bit. Let me just close this down and just so I can focus on the music. But oh my God, the musicianship here is insane. Just love all the little details, the little subtleties, the guitar, the chords, man. It's beautiful. guitar. Man, so good. Wow. Wow. I'm gonna oh, okay. So it's only moving down a little bit. So I repaired this, by the way. So yeah, it's not moving anymore, but a little bit it goes down with time. I'm gonna suggest to Alexia to listen to this full album, like maybe for the Patreon. This is just majestic. And I looked it up, like when I pulled it up, it's like 100% like literally, like it says here, 100% like this album, 100% of the people, and I'm gonna give it a thumbs up as well. This is a masterpiece, and I just heard one song, but I just can hear that this is so well recorded. It's so good, and this is before Dire Straits came out. So the first album, which for me is like a holy grail, this is as good as Dire Straits. But I mean, even the drumming, like it almost sounded like a little bit of Bonham inspiration there, but not with the power. A little bit more subtle, but I mean the fills were was so tasty, you know. And I'm gonna tell Alexia if we can sit down and just like do this one together, you know. And it's not too long. I'll make it happen. I just can't say no to this. This is too good to pass up. And I don't want to just, you know, take like 8 months to listen to the entire thing, like song by song. I just want to get it in, you know. Okay, so now we're gonna switch to But Seriously, folks, but also by Joe Walsh. This is the long one here. This is 9 minutes. I don't know. You guys let me know which Joe Walsh album I should do. I guess he's just like, he's a genius, man. I mean, he's one of the, for me, like of all the guitar players I've heard from the 70s, he's one of, I don't know, there's something about him, man. It's very good. So here goes with Life's Been Good. this was amazing. Okay, we first have this really nice hard rock riff, you know. And I'm doing like the facial expression that he does. He's like, he's always doing that in the documentary. And then this acoustic guitar comes in beautiful, and now there's almost like a reggae vibe. Like here, let's run that back. That was very, very surprising. Okay, let's go back. The reggae rhythm. I have accountants pay for it all. Even they say I'm crazy, but I have a good time. I'm just looking for clues at the scene of the crime. Life's been good to me so far. Mama's does 185. I lost my license, now I don't drive. I have a limo right in the back. I lock the doors in case I'm attacked. I'm making records, my fans, they can't wait. They write me letters, tell me I'm great. So I got me an office, gold records on the wall. Just leave a message, maybe I'll call. Lucky I'm sane after all I've been through. Everybody say I'm cool. He's cool. I can't complain, but sometimes I still do. Life's been good to me so far. Honestly, I think, and who am I? You know, I'm just nobody. But I think my personal opinion. I think that the Eagles, when they decided to take him on board, best decision ever. Because I mean, the Eagles, and I know the Eagles pretty well. I mean, because of the documentary, I don't know all their catalog, but I had the best of, and you just hear a lot of Eagles, you know, even in Mexico. You know, all the Take It Easy, and of course Hotel California, and I don't know. There's a lot of songs, but I think that when he came into the band and he injected this rock element, a little bit more like raunchy. I don't want to say heavy, but just like I think, and then Hotel California came out. I just read about it. When he joined the band, that was the first, and isn't that their greatest hit? You know, that album. You know, I mean, he's just so good. He really gave them like that. They were already super well established, I know, but he was a well solo established artist, and I think it was a great decision to join the band and just make it like this powerhouse that they were, or that they still are. Or I don't know if they're still playing, but yeah, wow, it's so great. This is so great to hear him solo. I've never heard I never had listened to him like this, like by himself, but I always knew who he was. Great stuff. That riff.
I go to parties sometimes until 4. It's hard to leave when you can't find the door. It's tough to handle this fortune and fame. Everybody's so different, I haven't changed. They say I'm lazy, but it takes all my time. Oh yeah, I keep on going, guess I'll never know why. Life's been good to me so far. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, man. So good. Okay, there's a part left.
Uh-oh. Here comes a flock of wham-whams.
A flock of what? I'm telling you, the drugs at the time. Yeah, this was amazing. So I also, while I was listening, I did do some reading, and they did, unfortunately, this member, the Eagles, in 1980. I know they got back together again and stuff later because of a documentary, but it wasn't because of him. It wasn't because of the other guitar player. I think his name was it also Don? Because it was Don Henley. I think it was between Don Felder and Don Henley and Glenn Frey. That was the torment, because I saw it in the documentary. They were constantly threatening each other on stage while they were playing live, and they just hated each other, and just bad blood. I mean, it just happens, I guess, in some bands. Some get along for 40-50 years. You look at the Stones, look at Iron Maiden, look at Metallica. I mean, Metallica, they have changed the bass player, one because Cliff passed away, and then Jason Newsted, and then he did quit the band. So, and but yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. There's always like the drama, in bands that we know. But this was great, man. This was so cool. I can't wait I do want to do that So What album. That's so cool, because there's another album that's called So What by Miles Davis. That's amazing. But yeah, I want to do this album with Alexia, Joe Walsh. Just what I heard, the little bit what I heard on this was amazing. But hey, thank you so much. Another thing, something that I love about Joe Walsh is his attention to licks. Like, his licks are not like, the man doesn't have to be fast to be good, and that's something that's so cool. Some guitar players don't need speed at all. I mean, look at David Gilmour, look at Mark Knopfler. Yes, they use speed, like Mark Knopfler at the end of Sultans of Swing. That I mean, it's because it's a resolution, and it releases some kind of buildup, and it causes tension as well. But I love the way he plays, very slowly, but always there's always some kind of surprising lick in there. That's what I like about him. And some guitar players just don't have that. Instead, they use speed. And it's nice to be fast and stuff, but I think the recipe of being a great guitar player is just the phrasing and the expression and the talking. That's what makes a guitar player great, I think. And me, when I was younger, of course, I was studying, hours and hours and hours just to get fast. And I guess that's always the thing when you're younger, and you think that when you're fast that you're good, and I think that's completely false. I think the more precise you are, and if you're gonna bend, it has to be 100% in pitch, that bend, and be in tune, and play with feeling. I guess that's the recipe of being a great guitar player. Look at John Mayer, great example of a guitar player who's amazing without being too fast, and he can play fast, but it's just a little thing that I wanted to talk about. But hey, thank you so much, Greybeard. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.